So this message is for Foodie Beauty, and it's an effort to help her not make the biggest mistake of her life, which is converting to Islam. I haven't made videos because I've had technology issues. My iPad doesn't have enough storage on it because of all of my other design issues that I haven't been able to record videos. But I'm going to attempt to do one now because she needs to understand the religion before she converts. The first thing that she needs to know is that apostates are killed in Islam. It's very clear in their literature that you cannot leave once you convert. So converting is something they want you to do, especially if you get married to a Muslim. The first thing they want you to do is convert because they really believe that everyone is going to hell if you're not Muslim. And unfortunately, though, what I've seen Foodie Beauty do recently is confuse the Christian God with Allah, and they're very, very different. There's no redemption. Most women in Islam are going to hell. This is known. She basically doesn't understand the religion at all. She doesn't understand what she's getting involved in, and it's dangerous. Now, she can remain a Christian while she's married, but unfortunately, the pressures of converting to Islam are very great, especially when you come from a very fundamentalist society, which would be in the Middle East. And the orientation of God to the human being in Islam is not like Christianity. In Christianity, he's a father. Well, in Islam, he's not a father, he's a slave master, and you're a slave, and you have to obey, and there's no forgiveness of sins, there's no assurance of salvation. It's a very different religion. It's not Christianity. It's not the same as Christianity. It's not the same God. And I've heard a lot of content creators who don't know what they're talking about say that it is the same God, and it's just not. As a matter of fact, in Islam, Allah has body parts. He's not a spirit like the Holy Spirit. There's no Holy Spirit, although the religion itself contradicts itself so much in the Quran that it actually affirms the Gospels and the Scriptures. But at the same time, Muslims are taught to criticize Christianity. And there's this thing called the Quranic dilemma, which basically is that Islam cannot exist without the scriptures, and at the same time it denies them and confirms them. So it's a real problem. As far as Foodie Beauty goes, I'm going to try to make some more videos about the specifics, but if she wants to think about science, and they say there's scientific miracles in the Quran, well, they believe that the sun sets in a muddy pool of water. They believe that semen comes from the backbone of a man, and that the embryonic stage of a human being is a blood clot at one point. I mean, it was essentially created by an illiterate. He didn't even write it down. All the stuff in the Quran and the Hadith was written down hundreds of years after he died, and it was written way after the scriptures. I mean, it's essentially a cult, and there's a reason that it teaches that Christians and Jews should be killed too. So she needs to be warned.